about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Off play action. Robertson. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 84 yards. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Makes the score. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. From the gun on third down. Robertson.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Looking to throw. Robertson.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. These two teams all tied after 1. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Robertson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Robertson. Flushed out right. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
to throw on third down. Robertson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Robertson. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Robertson. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff running left is Mostert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Off the play fake. Robertson gets this one to Juszczyk. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved down in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Robertson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Robertson.
Open man Hamler. That's complete.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
None of these runs
have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First down and a little extra from Mostert. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now
Derrick Henry all alone past the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
it just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now back to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down now, it's Henry. Fights him off. Still going. They can't stop him. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 15.
148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Niners 45, Titans 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Robertson eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 168 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Here's the option going left on second down. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.